up?
Just like paranormal stuff?
We're a paranormal group, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
From Hillsboro.
Hillsboro?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You guys ever caught anything here before?
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube.
Is it?
Yep. Just type in Interface Death Moonville Tunnel, and last year what we caught's mind blowing.
That's on YouTube?
Yeah. We have a Facebook page, a website.
We're both from Zanesville originally. So
Zanesville?
It's like an hour north of Athens, but I go to Ohio University.
Cool.
Have you guys ever been to Chinway Mansion?
No, not me personally.
It's
Diana might have. Chitaway?
Trinway.
Trinway.
Mansion in Dresden, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's like 20 minutes from my house.
I definitely know about it. I'd like to go there, but there's so many places to get to.
Yeah.
What about in Athens? Have you done anything there?
We plan to. Hopefully this summer we plan to.
Yeah, probably easier when there's no college kids.
Yeah, I mean, as far as trying to investigate it, it's really hard, but you can kind of do like we do documentaries, kind of like what we're doing today. So you can go, we could go down there, shoot it, you know, tell everybody about the stories, let everybody see videography and photography of it, and that'd be something cool to do. But we like to actually go do private investigations when we can.
Awesome. Remind me, the story of this one, I know there's a train that ran through. Did it collide with another one? Or
Yeah, 1880 is when Lockhead died, and that's who they actually think. There's one of the theories of the ghost holding the lantern is actually they think is Lockhead, because 1889 is when he was sighted, when the ghost was sighted.
That quickly, within 9 years.
Yeah, which doesn't mean that it could have been quicker, but when it was actually sighted and then put into a newspaper.
Okay.
And in 1993,
published,
some
too.
people from Athens came through here and actually seen the same exact thing. But people's been out here, they've seen it. You know, it's probably, this place is the most documented, oldest actual documented ghost sighting. It's not even an urban legend because all the deaths are documented. So you can't even call it a legend, man. This is legit. Credible witnesses, I mean, train conductors, they don't tell stories like that. They get laughed
They
at.
don't get anything out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
But yeah, it's legit, guys. I come here at least once a year. Get this to open. Oh, right. It's been a long time since I did that to a beer. I tell you, you never drink alone, man. Yeah, but we're gonna try. I actually haven't been back here. Last year, this was flooded, and I didn't want to come through with equipment. But the ghost town's back that way, right?
You know,
Did you not come back there?
we had someone asked me the other day about the town. I never even heard of the town.
Okay. If we go back here, if you want to come back with us, so you can. There's supposed to be some foundations and stuff. We're gonna go check that out now. If you want to, it shouldn't be that far back here.
We just heard gunshots every day.
There's probably people hunting or just shooting for practice out here. If you hear the Deliverance banjo, then I'd get worried.
Yeah, we're going whitewater rafting. Yeah, we're going whitewater rafting West Virginia. We keep joking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no joking.
Yeah, but we're here all freaking night, probably till about midnight.
Wow.
It'll be 3 o'clock.
We're not staying till 3 o'clock, dude. There's no way. That's too late.
Do you watch any of the shows on TV at all? Or do you believe in any of the TV shows whatsoever?
I do watch it, man, but it's hard to believe on TV because they have to pump out
Oh, yeah.
stuff every week, so paranormal phenomena is rare, especially if you capture it on something. But I can't say it's all fake. Like if you get into Ghost Adventures, that stuff they got over the Goldfield Hotel, that first documentary they did, I believe that's real.
Yeah, like one of their first things they did. You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's been analyzed and scrutinized about as much as you can scrutinize stuff. And
I never realized though that the thing here was like documenting everything in the news.
oh yeah, like I said, all the newspaper articles I have on the Moonville Tunnel Facebook page, so you can check it all out. I got detailed notes, videos of our last investigation, everything, man. I even have a couple of stories eyewitness accounts of, people's experiencing themselves all written down. That's what we do. We like it.
I appreciate watching it. Not so much. Have you ever done any of this stuff before and then go home or whatever and you feel like it's still watched with you?
Yeah.
That's the main reason that kind of stuff freaks me out. I love watching it and everything, but actually being there in the moment, I'm always afraid it's going to come back with me.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you believe, there's things you can do to cleanse yourself or to rid yourself of that. But the most general thing that people believe is if you open yourself up to it and you don't realize, that you invite something in but don't ask it to leave, stay, or whatever, why wouldn't they want to follow people around and attach themselves to people, kind of like a lost dog, or, you can draw parallels and analogies to it. But it's supposed to be back here, guys. I know I've seen plenty of groups go back here last year.
You walk down so far and there's a creek. Yeah, there's a river.
Did you guys know actually tomorrow is National Paranormal Day? Yeah, May 3rd is always.
I'm not going to be in the woods.
Yeah, it is. I understand. I grew up with a few things straight out of the movie Poltergeist. My son told me that someone was dead when he was 2 years old. It messed me all up. But I'd like to figure out how it's possible. Wow. Can I ask you folks something real quick? Would you happen to know where the actual town used to be? I knew it's back here somewhere.
Somebody I knew brought me back here. We had to call him to find out how to get here because I couldn't remember.
Well, there's another trestle or remains of a trestle down here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming you'd be on further the other way.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. I just figured, some people know, some people are just trying to
Not us.
figure it
I
out.
just knew it was here because somebody had brought me. I was bringing him.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
You trying to get up on top of that rock? I'm assuming. Did you hear that, Jerry? These kids saying that you're younger than they are. Oh, I see the trestle now. Check that out. Some inscribed Moonville on that log.
That's dedication. Good eye, too.
When my kid told me, my parents bought a house from this firefighter in Hillsboro about 92, and he moved out right outside of town, and he ended up finding out his wife was cheating on him. So he rolled his damn truck out in this field and shot his guts out with a shotgun. And he ended up, I don't know why he ended up coming back to the house he sold us, I guess because he raised his kids there, he built it. And stuff started happening. My mom said, well, it's that firefighter. And we're like, nah, you'd hear the footsteps going up and down the stairs. We're like, okay, that's weird. Must be the cat. My dad's thinking that's me and my brother doing it. Well, one night he gets up, we're sleeping in bed, so he's like, okay, what the hell? Things would fly across the room every once in a while, the normal paranormal crap that would happen, and then me and my boy were up in the room by ourselves. And out of the blue, he's barely started talking. He started talking about a guy named John. I was like, talking about your grandpa John? He's like, nope, John R., he's dead. First sentence he ever said to me. I ran straight out of the house. Left him there in his diaper. You know, and other things happened in my early 20s and stuff, but nothing to that degree. That had to be the scariest moment of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say that's not what it is.
Right. I mean,
He said his full name and said he was dead.
you can't make that up.
No. So here I am, hunting ghosts, trying to figure out how it's possible that the kids can talk to ghosts, why they stick around, you know.
It seems like the children are the magnets still.
Well, the research that I do, that most of the consciousness at our age is memory and conditioning. And kids that young, they're not as conditioned as far as consciousness goes, so they're more susceptible seeing things that are outside the norm of conditioning. You ever read the story in school where the Indians were watching the people from Europe come in and they couldn't see the ships because they've never seen the ships before? Have you ever remember that story? Well, there's a story where when the Indians they could see the little boats and the men, but they couldn't see the ships until they came right up on them. So that kind of has something to do with, I think, of the conditioning part.
I can definitely see that.
Seeing is believing.
But, you know, we may never know why this crazy stuff happens. I don't know. But there's people definitely seeing stuff out here. This is a trestle. I'm not going to go much further. I don't see any other signs of a town.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That stinks. What is it? Oh, the dead ended. Yeah.
I definitely didn't come back here last time, so I wanted to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Are you tired, Amy?
Huh?
You wore out? Am I wearing you out?
No, right.
It's like, God, why did Robert drag me along?
Yeah. He'll hear about it later.
Can I say it, you guys know?
You can sleep with me. You can sleep with me, Bobby.
And a lot of chocolate and flowers, and you'll be doing a lot of chores.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I tried.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah. You guys might show up on the documentary. I had the camera rolling, so
That's okay.
I like to run into people and talk to them. You know, it's all part of it. There's one guy who was telling me something really cool, but I felt uncomfortable shoving the camera in his face.
Yeah.
But I learned my lesson now. I'm already 2 years in. I'll shove it right in their face now. Can you repeat that in a scarier tone of voice? And scene.
Back in the woods somewhere.
If anybody, he'll find it. If not, he'll come back with a bag full of mushrooms.
Hey, there we go.
He's looking for a good time.
I guarantee you find some morel
Heck yeah.
mushrooms out here. I know it tastes better than the freaking turkey sandwiches I have in the cooler.